Ma'am?
Yes.
Take it away, partner.
Pre-market, mixed bag. No. Yeah, it's basically just breaking even. Today, also mixed bag. Looks a little bit more negative, but still a mixed bag. We'll keep looking at Spirit, aka Save. We know that they were denied their merger with JetBlue, and since then they've tanked. They've come back somewhat because they said they're gonna do some things like I don't know what the heck they're gonna do. Basically, they're going to go back to court and sue the administration, and they're gonna do some other things, I guess, to make revenue. Um, Obviously, they can do that, but hey, good luck with that. I'll just say. Um, but still, we like that $6 level. It's come up, going long on it now. I got caught in it today going long, and it went down. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. If we can get up to 7.19, close to this $8-9 area that it had been, I'll be grateful for that. And so we'll see how the wick looks tomorrow. Uh, Open. I haven't ordered. We both did well here. It's going down. Tomorrow we hope that it can come up. Maybe even like right about here, 325, and go from there. Put in the notes open short around 325 to 335. And put save in. Save wash for the long, and that's just for me. Today,
Yes, ma'am.
AMD, Jesus, went crazy. Meta, everything else didn't even get to 2%. Then if you go to the bottom, it was mostly negativo. All of the chips are hot. They're going up like crazy. Um, we're looking at all-time high here, and that's that. I have nothing to say here. Then we have Meta. We're here basically going to hit an all-time high. If we already have out, we have hit all-time high again. Let's see if we can go past 4. And see what happens. I'm not gonna say anything because I had wanted to short this, but It's been going crazy on earnings. So nothing I can say. I can't talk against it anymore. SOM, this has gone good. Put this on the notes. Short between 115 and 100. I want to get a maybe one share at 100, and then see how far it goes up since it's got upgraded to 152. It can go a ways to 115. Let's see. How it's going back to our area. So I don't know if I like that. Hmm. I still see this is going down. Yeah.
You're probably right, because most of the time when they say, oh, it's going up, it goes down before it goes up.
So put in 100 short. Uh uh Intel, we can't get it yet. It's on fire. We just can't get it. We do like it, but we can't get it. Same thing here with Microsoft. It's all-time high, I believe. Yeah, it made a new level here. Unless, let's see if that was another level previously, or if we just created that. It looks like it's a new level, though. Yeah, it made a new level here and consolidated and then went up. So that tells me kind of scary. So, yeah, uh, it's a little scary. Let's put it that way. It's kind of running like NVDA. I'd love to say, oh, let's go and short this, but that would not be intelligente until you see it going down. Even on days where it hasn't been, um, the market's been kind of weak, it's still gone up. So I do like this just based on the trend as a short and the fact that we're in winter. So I like it coming down. The fact that it's all-time high, it looks good, but um, people will say, oh, well, interest rates will come down and all of this and all of that. So you don't want to get caught up in that. So, but I do like it. So we can do softy short. It's already say 405 or whatever. But to me, it deserves to be talked about in the short area. Like at least with the chips, they have the catalyst with the government and all this stuff going on. But with Microsoft, what's the catalyst then? Here we have a second time around, 52-week high. We met it again, and it's just a question: is it strong enough to continue or come back down? With everything else going up, I guess you would imagine that this will come up too. Um, but Microsoft definitely looks much stronger, um, as it has shown itself to be based on how it's moved. So, you know, if this is one that you like, you watch it and just go from there. But Yeah. It if I could see a person getting into this at 150 and maybe it going up a little more and then you waiting, but eventually you will get back down. It went up here for a second time. So you may just have to wait a little bit. Amazon, I guess we can look at that. They're still going to what they're going to, excuse me. Let me call. I think they're a little weaker than the others. So, um, just because of everything they're dealing with now, antitrust talk and all that. So, and also I think people are getting hip to the fact that Amazon is not so benign or not so great for everyone. I remember how Walmart was classified as like a terror and coming in and putting small businesses out and hiring people at slave wages, which I'm not going to disagree that they did this because they did. um, but it was a place you could go to. It was brick and mortar, and it's you had logistics, you had all this stuff attached to it. Versus Amazon, to me, what Amazon's doing compared to what Walmart did, it's like times 10. So I really think that no one is saying, oh, Walmart is a devil, and people act like Walmart's the next best thing since sliced bread. But I think people are starting to wake up to see that, hey, if you thought Walmart was bad and what they did, because people could outlaw Walmart. Like if you have a small downtown area, you could say, oh, we're not going to have a big Walmart in our town. And other towns could do the same. So you could have Walmart in like a city or something like that, or whatever, where people will still go to the local shops to get most things. But with Amazon, you can't do that because they're online, even though they're building warehouses everywhere. So it's just something that I think as people educate themselves more and see that Amazon, a lot of the stuff they sell is basically cheap knockoff, caca. And then stuff that's really good and stuff that people or small businesses are making uniquely and doing a great job and selling something, bringing something to the market. You make a new camp stove or something that people want. What the heck is Amazon doing? They're going in, stealing the idea and making it a Walmart product. You know, at least Walmart making it an Amazon product. At least Walmart doesn't say, "Oh, we're going to be the retailer and the manufacturer and everything." Like, you know, if you make a new hat that people like and you sell on Amazon, if Amazon sees that, oh, this is becoming a big deal, people are buying this hat, they'll start selling their own hats and steal your idea. So it's it's one of those things I think where people are waking up and maybe they're not gonna be as hot as they have been. Obviously, there's a major place in the market for Amazon, but it's people tend to just go to Amazon quickly and get some crap then you forget you can't return it and all of this kind of stuff. So it's just one of those things. I think it's catching up to them. Banco, yeah. Um, uh, you know my thoughts on this by EBC. Unless you like want to buy big banks for the security or whatever. I don't know. I just don't feel like I would buy it now. It is coming up though. EBC is getting expensive too. We looks like we have some long dojis here, long candles, and I can't see if there's some gaps in here, but we are going to get to this level. We're here now. We are going to get to this level. We're going to settle, and then we'll see if it comes back down again, uh, or continues. Um, but you're gonna have to find a spot if you like EBC and get into it, uh, because I think it's gonna come up. Now, I wanted to see when is this? Tomorrow. So let's see what earnings say, and then we'll know. But I know they're already buying the other bank, Century, and it's. I just feel they're gonna be bringing money in. So yeah, I think you need to take a closer look at this. Take a closer look at the financials here, um, because I think they've done good as what I would call them a regional bank, even though they're mainly in Massachusetts, I believe, but I would call them a regional bank, and they have enough locations that they're not kind of like, oh, it's not like a credit union, um, where you just have like 5 locations or whatever. Dix, I think somebody likes this. Uh, I'm not gonna say who, but I don't feel good about it. And it's been doing well. It's coming up. Uh, last earnings were just fantastical after a not so good earnings. So I don't know how you go from left to right just like that. Like just do a 180. That really doesn't make sense to me. Um, unless something's fake. But hey, what do I know? All I would say is watch this. I want to see how their Q4 earnings are, and if it's not up to par, you can best believe that's gonna be tanking. Uh, so it's just something that you can watch. Mickey D's. Um, let's see for McDonald's. Uh, we're at probably. Um, I don't know if this is a new all-time high, but it looks like we will be here. We're at a new all-time high, and it came down a little before. Uh, so I'm guessing this was one. I thought this was all one, but this must have been 1, 2, came down, and then 3. Um, because now it's just going up the yin yang. I thought this was going to come down because the winter months, new you, new me. It still may come down. We still have to get into the heart of winter. We got all of February, so that's still coming. So I'm curious to see if this comes down somewhat. Um, but I thought it may be a good time to fade Mickey D. Um, just because of the cycle. But here, let's say we're going May when it wrapped up, which makes sense. And then in February, it was just going back and forth, came up. Then June did a little dip and stayed up during the summer, which kind of makes sense. Um, Came down later than I thought. I thought it would come down earlier. And then it came up for the fall, beginning of winter, which this makes sense. This come up because this is when people eat a lot of stuff on the go and caca and stuff or whatever. Um, I think the fall area, let's say between October and the end of December, where people eat like crazy. Um, I just that didn't surprise me, but I'm thinking there's going to be a downturn here. To me, that would be the natural thing to do. Let's see. So, what did we have after EBC? BA? We're not going to talk about that. We know what's going on with Boeing. Um, uh, BA, somebody just is holding Boeing up. I want it under 200. Campbell's, we're at 44. Not gonna show that on the chart. We know what we're doing here with Campbell's. You can still buy it. Um, you could have bought it in the 42s.
Didn't they have earnings today?
What's going? Hmm. It's saying March 6th, 42 days from now. No, it didn't have
Okay. Must have been
earnings.
thinking of something.
Yeah. So you still can buy it, get out at 56 in a couple months. Disney, this is coming back down again. It's a flunky, uh, like it always has been. Disney's just being its flunky self. It got up to 96, and then it's just gonna come down until it gets to 100 and maintains for a second. Just leave it be. Um, it's too much drama with it. American, I'm kind of feeling the same thing just because of Boeing, and it's just like don't want to deal with it. We're going into the winter. Um, yes, I love it if it would come up. Um, but I don't know. Boeing could hold it back. Um, it could. Even though I think it will have great, maybe it could get a bump from, did this come out? Yeah, Q4. I think it will have good earnings. So maybe it could get a bump from there. So maybe that will spring it forward. Um, but there's some issues uh, that it has in this industry with Boeing and stuff that could be detrimental. Um, Macy's, we know what was going on here. They said no to the deal. They didn't take the deal. So they're going to do their own thing, try to jump up, but they're still going to come down. You can see them at 16. I just see them coming down. Honestly, if I felt like waiting, I'd probably get here for a short. We could put this on the short list, Macy's short 18. I just feel you have to wait a while. Maybe it'd be like a Campbell's or whatever, but I think it's something. This is not going to jump back up to $25, $30. It jumped back up because of the so-called potential merger, sale, or whatever they were going to do. Maybe this company will come back, do a hostile thing or whatever, but I just feel it's done. Manzana, apple, been kind of weak. Um, we have this level here. Um, let's see if we can get to 200. It hasn't. Uh, let's see what happens. But it's nothing wrong with buying it. You know, eventually it'll come back up. Taco, Dollar Tree. Let's see. Did anything happen with Dollar Tree? This seems like it's headed to the gutter. Um, it filled the gap when it, what you call it, Q3. So, and we had noticed that this kaka does come down a lot. We got 35 days. So maybe we'll look at it more uh, in February and see if we want to get in short a few days before. Home Depot, we don't care. Nikete, it had started to come up a little bit, but then it just dumpster dive. So don't have too much hope for this, other than it getting a nice, uh, they're saying they're giving out Q2 earnings, uh, Q3 and Q4 earnings. That's the only thing you can hope and pray for, that this can get back up to this area right here. Tarjay is still in good standing. Uh, it's just diddling in the middle, but it's made it's worked its way back. Let's see what Walmart's doing. Walmart's a stock that I could see you could check once a week instead of every day. It went down like crazy today. Tomorrow it'll be back up. Um, I don't know what this means for Walmart, really. I have no idea. So, uh, I wish they would come back up, but I really don't know what this means for Walmart. This is a big candle for Walmart. Like basically almost $3. That's a lot for Walmart to move.
You can say that again, especially since,
Coin, we know that's tanking. Peton, um, that has it's maintained itself for a while. We know what's gonna happen here, so you already know. You
I
just
have a
gotta
few shares of this.
uh, you got a good price.
No,
Well, you got 8 days. You'll probably start thinking once the news is bad again, so you won't have to wait that long.
it could get squirrels in too.
Once they see that, why are they so far behind? They're saying Q1 of 2024. That doesn't even make any sense. Q4, they didn't. 2023. I don't know what the heck this is, what they're doing here. But all I know is probably going to be bad and then it's going to come down. I doubt they make it. So you could probably get in front of that. Um, that's it. Ruku, I think you still have some of this. Um, this did a nice dive today. I'm assuming you hope it continues. And
Yes.
yeah. Um, open. We talked about Tesla. I could have bought a few shares and watched the tank, but I didn't. Um, yeah, it bounced up to 210, 211, and I was thinking 210 to put in order because you know how it goes. And when it got up here, and then it just started. Even if you got like 10 shares, and let's say you got out, you didn't go all the way down, you just got out at 200. That's still $10, $100, you know. So uh that's that. That's all I want to talk about. I really don't have anything else. I can turn it over to my partner in crime to see if he wants to talk about something or read something, or we can talk about Lala, or we can just say our goodbyes. Uh,
Can you look at Hog?
that's a good one. So Hog, let's see. We like 30. We still got a ways to go. When it gets to 30, I could see myself buying a share or two, to watch it and try to get as close to 25 as possible. But yeah, this is a good one to get, a seasonal one to get if you can get at the right price. Anything else, ma'am?
Just look over your second sheet real quick.
Okay. Do, do, do. Um, let's see. BJ's not gonna be moving too much right now. We're after the holidays, but it's on a hard buy. Um, but I just don't see it. I think people have forgotten about the issue they had with it. It's kind of like it came back to that 65 level. So, mm, it used to be more expensive. That, oh, okay. It'll get back to as much money as they're making just for piss water. Uh, Costco. Uh, Costco's still the way it is. Costco, nothing has changed with Costco. It's
Dang, the thing is all-time highs.
It was 500, then it was 600. Now soon it'll be 1,000. DraftKings. Um, yeah, it had been coming up. It's gonna go down because it's the end of the season, but hopefully this will fill up. Once it gets to 50, I know it will stabilize because um, it as more and more people come online with gambling, it's gonna take a big share. So, um, Donut, DocuSign, Domino's Pizza, uh, who cares? Foot Locker, Fiverr, Lowe's.
Can you look at your SVV?
Mhm. I'm out of that. I took my few pesos and ran.
I know.
Uh,
I just want to see if it went back down a little bit.
ooh, shit. Oh, this is one of those new stuff. Yeah, a little bit. It could come up, but yeah, that's one we should put on here to look at every day. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. So, you want to read? You got about 4 minutes, or you just want to say goodbye?
I'll read. We're number 9, which is conservatism. And we're still going over the 12 basic principles of the financial statements. And number 9 is conservatism. Accountants have a downward measurement bias, preferring understatement to over evaluation. For example, losses are recorded when you feel that they have great probability of occurring, not later, when they actually do occur. Conversely, the recording of a gain is postponed until it actually occurs, not when it is only anticipated. Number 10, periodicity. I can't say the word. Accountants assume that the life of a corporation can be divided into periods of time for which profits and losses can be reported, usually a month, quarter, or a year. What is so special about a month, quarter, or a year? They are just convenient periods, short enough so that management can remember what has happened. Long random, wait, long enough to have meaning and not just to be random fluctuations. These periods are called fiscal periods. For example, a fiscal year could extend from October 1st in one year till September 30th in the next year. Or a company's fiscal year could be the same as the calendar year, starting on January 1st and ending December 31st. Number 11, substance over form. Accountants report the economic substance of a transaction rather than just its form. For example, an equipment lease that is really a purchase dressed in a costume is booked as a purchase and not as a lease on financial statements. This substance over form rule states that if it's a duck, then you must report it as a duck. Number 12 is really long, so I'm gonna leave it when it's my turn next time. So yeah, those were other basic principles of accounting.
Bueno. Um, I will just tell you one thing that you'll be happy about.
Yes.
I have started something called the highest paid online.com,
Action Academy. Nice.
and I went through the first couple of 2-minute quick episodes, and
Okay.
the 30-minute one I was going to do today. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but I may listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought you would find
I'm very proud.
that.
Oh, so that means you can get into Barron's and stuff.
Well, I haven't got to the one. Maybe the third one talks about balance.
Yeah, maybe it's the second, maybe it's the third one. Okay, yes. So then now we can have access to Barron's at least for 6 months and junk.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
good. So this is great. Maybe I'll start reviewing my stuff in the weekends too, so we can we can ask each other questions.
yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Very muy bien. I'm very happy. This made my day actually.
Yes.
Actually,
Thought
very,
you
very
were.
good.
Yeah. I was like, let me just do this, Taka. We have less
Yes.
than 1 minute, so I'm just gonna say peace out.
Peace out, my friend. I appreciate you and thank you for your tiempo.
Who can be it? Oh, how did the I'll talk to you later about the fiesta. Bye.
Yes, ma'am.